Alright, so welcome back to another Astdx video. So in this video, we're going to be checking out this Naruto update that they dropped, which is, I believe, update 8. They pretty much dropped a bunch of Naruto units with some other units as well. I'll probably put on screen of like pretty much everything that they added to this update. There's 4 units that I only really care about. Of course, first unit is going to be Sasuke. There's also, I already got all the units, by the way, actually except for one of them, but also Naruto, there's also Jiraiya, there's also Itachi. Those are the 4 units that I primarily care about. All the other units I don't really care too much. Also Bulma as well. I don't have Bulma yet, but I'm going to be trying to get her as well. So Naruto, Sasuke, Bulma, and I'm pretty sure Jiraiya, they're pretty much from the banner. Itachi is from a new trial. We're going to be attempting the new trial as well. They also added some like passive to each characters as well, so we're going to be checking those out. So pretty much to actually evolve Naruto and Sasuke, Jiraiya, I don't really know how to evolve Itachi just yet, but to evolve Naruto you pretty much need these Beast Cloak, and you can get them from like the new NPC mission Sasuke as well. You pretty much need these Stolen Eyes. You can get those from pretty much the NPC missions. Jiraiya also needs like some of like the Beast Cloak as well. I don't know about Itachi, but he probably needs like Stolen Eyes. Also, one other thing I mentioned, Sasuke's like this glasses thing, you can get it from pretty much Trial 5. So we're gonna be attempting that, like I said, but pretty much the new NPC mission, if you talk with Naruto, he's pretty much over here. I already completed both of them. Mission 2 is actually pretty easy in my personal opinion. Mission 3, I will say, is a little bit difficult, but Mission 2 is actually not half bad. But yeah, I'll show you guys really how to beat Mission 2. So pretty much for Stage 2, there's going to be 2 elements. So Naruto, I believe he's going to be an orange element. Sasuke's going to be a purple element. That's why I brought pretty much orange units and purple units, because I'm pretty sure that only orange units and purple units can deal damage. Either it's in this NPC Mission 2 or it's either in NPC Mission 3. I don't remember which one's which, so just keep that in mind. But this stage is actually much easier. I'm pretty sure I can just auto skip it as well, so we can just auto skip it and we should be able to clear it. This stage should be like the easier one. I know that stage 2 is, or stage 3, or at least mission 3 is the most difficult one, and that one is actually, and I mean when I say it's really difficult, because I'm having trouble with that as well, so just keep that in mind. So it's not really an easy stage, but this stage, for example, is actually pretty easy if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, stage 3 is definitely really difficult. I probably should have brought all stars, but it's fine to be honest. I mean, we should be able to beat this stage no problem if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much how you beat the stage. It's really simple. Alright, so pretty much for mission 3, Naruto's gonna come out from this side, Sasuke is gonna come out from this side. So for this side, you're gonna want to place down all your orange units, and for the other side, you're gonna place down your purple units. Personally, in my opinion, there isn't really that OP like purple units. I mean, Sasuke is the new OP one, I think. I don't really know how strong Sasuke is, but I'm assuming he's gonna be pretty OP. But yeah, you're gonna place down your purple units on this side, and then you're gonna place down pretty much your orange unit on the other side, and yeah, you pretty much just go from there. And yeah, that's pretty much how you beat it. It took a while, but it's definitely beatable. Definitely not a mission for beginner player. You definitely, I'm pretty sure you need all-stars, but maybe you could beat it without all-stars, but it's definitely really difficult if you don't have all-stars, so just keep that in mind. Wait, we're pretty much going to complete those missions. We're also going to be attempting the trials. I already done once or twice before. It's not really difficult. Strategist will be a little bit difficult, but it shouldn't really be too bad. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how to pretty much beat the stage. I pretty much already ascended all these characters. You don't really need them ascended to beat it, but your goal is to bring Sasuke. That's your main goal. I'm just going to bring all the other Naruto characters just for the extra rewards. But your goal is to actually bring Sasuke. The reason why is because he has type advantage against this event. And he also does like Amaterasu burn, which is pretty much just extra damage based on his like damage overall. And of course, since he does 2 times more damage, his burn in a sense does also 2 times more damage, if that makes any sense. But yeah, pretty much your goal is just mostly Sasuke. You can bring other DPS as well. I recommend you bring an air. I don't know if Sasuke is a hybrid unit. I mean, I recommend also bringing probably Killua. If you don't have him all-star, that's fine. Just bring like a regular non-all-star or all-star Killua. I think Sasuke and Killua, you should be able to solo it. Maybe bring Jiraiya as well, because Jiraiya, he does have like abilities which can like slow down the enemy and stuff. But this event shouldn't really be difficult. I mean, I'm gonna solo it just because I have these units. But more times than not, you're probably going to play with people, and this event is really easy with people. Strategists might be more difficult, but I would say if all your or everyone in your team has like pretty much the Sasuke, even without Ascension, you should be fine. So at least that's how I was able to complete like this event on Strategist, or this trial on Strategist, without a evolution Sasuke. I mean, 1 or 2 people had it, but you should be able to beat this event without it. If I'm going to be honest, it's not really that difficult, if I'm going to be honest. And yeah, you guys can see how much damage Sasuke is doing. I mean, it depends on how many players you have, but I mean, just look at Sasuke, bro. He's like one-tapping these enemies. Like, look at that. That's honestly really, really insane. I'm going to sell him. I'm going to place him over here, if I'm going to be honest. And yeah, this event shouldn't really be difficult. I'm honestly just going to place down all these units. Probably try to max some of them out, if I'm going to be honest. Actually, since we have Naruto, we're just going to use Naruto instead, right? So I think that's a better choice, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to work on farming, and yeah, I might put this on 3 times speed or 2 times speed to honestly beat these event quicker, or like to honestly make this event go by quicker for you guys. But Sasuke, I'm just going to place him at front. You guys can see how much damage he's doing, so we can send the strongest. Just look, I mean, my game's lagging a little bit, but just look at how much damage he is doing to Gabuto or Snake Assistant. It's honestly pretty insane stuff, if I'm going to be honest. And yeah, afterwards, we're pretty much going to be showcasing these units, so that would be also pretty sick. Also, Sasuke has this manual or like passive, which pretty much for every enemy that enters like his range, he does like burn to them. So that's pretty insane stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much how you beat it. Like I said, it's really simple. I mean, I might make a separate video on how to beat the event, but you don't really need All-Star on Sasuke. I just have it on him because I got it, so that was pretty lucky. But you could just have 3 copies of Sasuke without Ascension, just max them out, and you can also bring out some other DPS units as well. And yeah, it's really that simple. Alright, so now we can finally showcase the units. I probably could have done this or showcase them without ascending them, but I wanted to ascend them and showcase them, so yeah, we're pretty much gonna do that here. Alright, so we're gonna make sure to set it to pretty much all-star. So if I can find it, there we go. All-star range boost. All these are still the same. Unit levels are all 80 because all my units are actually level 80, and then that should be okay for now. I mean, attack boost, all these boosts shouldn't really matter too much, I feel like, when you're considering their stats. But yeah, these are pretty much their base stats right now. Alright, so we're gonna showcase the animations as well. So we're gonna pretty much have VFX on for all. So we're gonna start by showcasing Naruto first. Alright, so Naruto's air unit, so we're gonna place him up here. Let's check out the animations for him. Alright, pretty cool, pretty simple stuff. He also does like the Amaterasu effect as well. So this is pretty much his stats right now, SSS of course. And then upgrade him, he gets the new move called Sage Dash, which looks, oh yeah, he also spawns clones as well, so that's actually pretty nice. We're gonna go through the passive later, which will showcase that. Last one's called Giant Fox Beast Bomb. It pretty much looks something like this. Pretty cool stuff. And this Naruto, I don't really know if it has any effects. But yeah, so now let's go through Naruto's passive. He doesn't have any mana or like any damage over time ability. He is a summoner, you guys can see he pretty much summons clones. So passive, okay, so this passive is pretty long. But anyways, forges bonds with shinobis and hill beasts. So 50% crit chance, that's pretty nice, and now he's up to 115%. So for every crit performed, plus 5% crit damage up to 50%, so a total of 100%. For every 3 enemy killed, minus 3 less SPA and plus 4 range, which are pretty much being added. You guys can see that. I love this feature that they added. Pretty much it shows like the multipliers of like how much is actually getting multiplied, so that's actually pretty sick. So Shinobi Tactic imbued with chakra. Naruto has a chakra meter, which is pretty much this thing that passively charges with every critical attack. Upon maxing the meter, it immediately drains as Naruto activated Sage mode for 40 seconds. 300% or 30% crit damage, which is pretty much this, I assume. All Shinobi units on the map gain 20% crit and 20% damage. So all Shinobi units, I'm assuming it's pretty much Naruto type units. This does not stack with multiple Narutos, but Zaruto himself does not receive this, okay? Attacks does not, okay, so he does not receive this, alright, so that's good to know. Attack does not charge with the chakra meter while Sage mode is active. Okay, so that's good to know as well. Upon reaching upgrade 4, every 30 seconds, Naruto spawns or creates 1 shadow clone. Up to 3 shadow clone are targeted first by enemy attacks and are deleted upon hit. For every shadow clone on the map, plus 15% crit chance. So I mean, he's up to 100% crit chance plus this. So I mean, technically he's supposed to have, I'm assuming, 145% crit chance because of, since there's 3 clones. I could be wrong, but I mean, each of the clones, they do their own damage. They don't have any passive stuff, but yeah, he pretty much just spawns 3 clones, which does, I mean, it's okay damage. I mean, it's not really crazy damage, but I mean, it's overall decent. But yeah, that's pretty much Naruto. Now let's pretty much delete him, and we're gonna go through Itachi now. Itachi's a ground unit. Alright, Itachi looks like this. He just throws a bunch of fire style jutsus, and then he gets new move called Black Flamster. Okay. Alright, so it's his Amaterasu sort of effect, I guess. Oh wait, I need to place down a air unit back here. Naruto just back here for the sake of being back there. Okay. So now let's upgrade Itachi more, and he also gets, I did not really see what that was, but let me try that one more time. The range does look pretty insane. So he gets new move called Red Samurai Outrage and new status effect, Purgatory Flame / Black Flames. Alright, so we're gonna set him to last real quick. So pretty much this is what his Susanoo looks like. I do like the model of like the Susanoo. So Purgatory Flames deals X% of units damage over X ticks based on units. Stackable, all ticks are super effective. I don't really understand what X means. That's really the issue with me. Like X as in like, does it deal like does the Black Flame deal this much damage over amount of time? And I mean, it's stackable, so technically maybe All-Star isn't really the best on him because it is stackable. So, I mean, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be honest. But passive, let's go through that. So also lots of text. So Crow's special eyes, 33% chance to dodge attacks. The first time an enemy reaches the base once only globally, not on boss, prevents a shield break. All enemies on the final path are pushed back 120 studs. Upon reaching upgrade 2, all attack applied Suku and Yomi counter to enemies up to, I guess, 50, 100 stacks. Don't know what that means. For every Suku and Yomi counter on the enemy, 0.3% damage taken up to 30%. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. Enemies with 100 Suku slash or and Yomi counter will be stunned for 1+ seconds longer by any stats effect. Or any stalls effect, my bad. Also pretty good ability. I mean, the stun effect, I mean, can come in clutch sometimes, but I'm not too sure. So Samurai Celestial Armament. Okay, so plus 300% or plus 30% Black Flame tick damage, pretty good. Plus 400 or plus, I don't know why I keep saying hundreds, but plus 40% Purgatory Flame tick damage. Upon reaching upgrade 6, 50% damage reduction, plus 10% damage to special enemies, and 15% chance to nullify cloner splitting if Crow kills the cloner. That's quite good if I'm gonna be honest. And Imperial World Reincarnation. If Crow's HP reaches 0, pretty much this HP, increases max HP to 300% or 300, heals 5 HP every 10 seconds up to 300, I'm guessing HP, reduces stun duration by 50%, and cleanses stun from all units in range, and all units in Crow's range cannot be stunned for 60 seconds after Imperial World Reincarnation activates. Okay, so this is actually a really strong abilities. I mean, once he reaches 0, he gains 300% or he gets back 300 HP, so he's not stunned, and all the units in the range are pretty much cleansed from the stun. That's like, yeah, this unit is actually pretty damn good if I'm gonna be honest. Alright, but yeah, that's pretty much Itachi. Now let's go through Sasuke real quick. Animation looks something like this. It's pretty simple stuff. I'm guessing all the flame style jutsus, it's sort of like rainbow effects, okay, I guess. And then he also got a new move as well. Alright, he gets a new move called Samurai Rib Cage, or I believe that's what we call it, Samurai Rib Cage. Let's check this one out. Pretty cool. Upgrade some more in Purple Samurai, where he has a full Susanoo, or is it the half Susanoo? Let's see it. Okay, so it's a half Susanoo. Pretty cool stuff. Animation isn't really playing all the time. I'm not really sure why. Probably because I have low details on. Maybe that's why. Now let's see if it plays. There we go. Okay, probably because I have low details on, but now we don't. Alright, so you also have something called Black Flames. Deals 100% of units damage over 8 ticks. 12.5% per tick. That's quite good as well. Alright, so now let's go through the passive. Perfect Legendary Eyes. Manga Kill Sharingan. Every time an enemy steps into Sasuke's range, they are immediately affected with 1 stack of Black Flames, which is pretty much this thing. And Sasuke's Black Flame damage, or Black Flame lasts 50% longer, okay? Increase damage by 10% for every consecutive attack on an enemy up to 30%. Okay, so this is pretty much the damage buff. Okay, that's pretty nice. Upon reaching upgrade 7, 30% damage reduction. Attack applies charred for 10 seconds, causing the enemy to take 10% damage from the damage over time effect. So you guys can pretty much sort of see the char thing. If it appears, okay, it's almost impossible to tell because they have 100 HP, but yeah, pretty much Sasuke applies char, which is 10% more damage, I guess, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, that's pretty much Sasuke's stats. In my personal opinion, I mean, he might be better than Naruto. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, Naruto's damage, if you're considering with the 3 clones, Naruto does more damage, but at the same time, Sasuke also has his burn or Black Flames, which deals 100% of the unit's damage, which is pretty insane as well. But yeah, that's pretty much Sasuke. Now let's go through the last unit, which is pretty much Jiraiya. He also has toes as well, so I guess you can say that's pretty cool. I mean, oh wait, I forgot, he is not, I guess his like stats is not fully SSS, but that's fine, I guess. Shouldn't matter really too much. So Sensei Beast Bomb, it really shouldn't matter too much. Like I said, stats in terms of like these like stats wise, they really shouldn't change too much. But yeah, this is pretty much his stats. He is an all-star. Don't ask why I have all-star him. I just got it. Don't even know how, by the way. Okay, that was my bad. He does not have all-star. He has pretty much Genesis on his traits. I guess it just shows with all-star. Okay, but I mean, all-star stats is still pretty mid, so it doesn't really matter too much. Hybrid unit, okay, so he applies slow, passive, and summoner. These toes has a manual ability as well, which is pretty much grounded. Applies an effect that causes air enemies to be hit by ground units. Yeah, I'm pretty sure both of them applies it. Yes, they do. Okay, so that's actually a pretty good of a, I guess, ability. Alright, so now let's go through his passive. Okay, it's not too long, I guess. So Degenerate Toad Sage. Toad Sage spew oils with every attack applying slow to enemy. Okay, can also target air. Pretty nice. When placed, Toad Sage summons 2 toads to its left and right. Both toad exclusively target air enemies. Their attack apply grounded for 5 seconds, allowing ground units to target air enemies. If a female unit is in Toad's range, plus 10% damage, or 10% less SPA, 10% chance every 5 seconds for that unit to slap Toad Sage, stunning him for 5 seconds. Okay, I mean, pretty cool of a passive that they added because he is a pervert, but hey, I mean, it could be useful, it can't be, it really doesn't really matter too much. Master Sage of Shinobis. Alright, so all Shinobi units within Toad Sage range gain 10% attack, 10% range, and deals 25% critical elemental damage, which is super effective. Every 20 seconds, Toad Sage attaches a Toad Sage bond to the closest Shinobi units. In the range, that unit gains 10%, 10% upgrade cost reduction and heals 20% or 20 HP. That's quite good if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I feel like definitely like all these like Naruto like units at least, or like all these units in general, they work together. So I mean, that's pretty nice. I mean, technically you don't really need all of them together, but if you have all of them together, or you have all of them, might as well just use all of it, right? Like you got like Naruto having his passive with like Sasuke as well, and it's just pretty good stuff if I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, with that said, that's pretty much it for the Naruto update. I haven't really checked out, like, there's probably like 8 other units I haven't really checked out, but I mean, these are pretty much the headliner units, Sasuke and Naruto. So these units will probably be the strongest units in this update. I could be wrong, but most likely they are the strongest units. But yeah, anyways, with that said, I'll end out the video here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.